I will. So this is seeM versus PandaTank. These are the PolarfluKe Char finals. We're in the third game. The score is 1-1 at the moment. You can visit polarfluke.co.za, as Fluke has kindly pointed out there, to see that our sponsors this month are, sorry, I'm nearly forgetting what they are, but Megarom, Digital Addiction, and XYZ and Lag Beast, all sponsoring some really great prize money for the players here. But, you know, with that out of the way, let's just concentrate fully on this amazing game.
I will do. Now we have PandaTank dropping his first pylon down to get that wall in at the front of his base. Something you just have to do really against Zerg. Zergling's speed means that they just get in and out of your base so extremely quickly. Down here in the base of seeM, though, we had a 9 Overlord coming out, so fairly standard play out of him. I'm wondering if he's going to try the risky, and on this map it is somewhat risky, hatchery first. I'm thinking he's more going for speedlings.
Yeah, I don't know. As I said before, I do think that seeM sort of feels a little bit more comfortable getting those speedlings first, and I don't blame him. I mean, it really is a good feeling having that map control early in the game. So PandaTank having a bit of a look around here, and there comes the gas. If PandaTank just scoots down a little bit, he'll spot it, and he does. So seeM will in fact be going for those speedlings first. He'll be getting a really quick speed.
Yeah, ooh, wait, hang on.
Ooh. I'm watching this as well. I am.
He's cancelled the gas. He's going for the
Oh my goodness, that is so sneaky. He throws down the hatchery.
Very, very nicely done. Nice little juke there. Probe is trying to do some mining harassment there, but nothing really effectual at the moment. And we've got our first gas going down for PandaTank. He's getting a second pylon tucked right into his nexus there to get a few buildings out of the way of the front door. We should be seeing his core going down relatively quickly after this game.
And PandaTank does finally spot this hatchery going down. I like the fact that seeM is once again just keeping this Overlord above his hatchery to see that nothing fishy is going on. He's going to actually follow that probe around a little bit, make sure that there are no pylons going down to block his ramp. Although it would be 3 pylons, which is a bit excessive, it's still good to know that it's not happening. A good feeling indeed.
Yeah, absolutely. He still hasn't got into his opponent's base too much. You see, he sees absolutely nothing. So he doesn't know if there's a forge going on, if there's going to be some sort of really annoying cannon rush thing going on. It's obviously doubtful, but better to play on the safe side. If it only involves you just moving a unit a little bit, why not just do it?
Yeah. Second
gas, though, going out for PandaTank. Probably going to see the same sort of style of play we have in the previous 2 matches, that 3-gate expand style of play he seems to like so much.
Yeah, it does work well. I actually think that is the pretty much dead standard strat for PandaTank. He's been using that a lot in all the Zerg games we've ever seen him play. That's pretty much his favorite strat. He doesn't, PandaTank's the kind of player that doesn't change his gameplay up as much as other players do. You'd see Stripe or Chase being the other 2 Protoss players that come to mind immediately. Mix it up a lot more, do some slightly crazier strats, but PandaTank likes to keep it standard. In Protoss versus Protoss, he loves that 4-gate, and in Zerg play, he loves that fast expand.
Yeah, it's a very, very strong build against Zerg. I mean, to begin with, they've only got Lings out most of the time, let's face it. So those sentries and a few zealots, they just rip through speedlings so very, very well. Now, speaking of speedlings, we don't have speedling research, that metabolic boost upgrade started yet. We do instead have a Roach Warren that just been thrown down.
That could be pretty indicative. But there it starts. I was about to say, if he didn't start that speedling research as soon as he did, it could have meant that he was going to go for some early roach pressure, but it seems like he's decided against that now. Having a sentry actually blocking your ramp is not the best thing. I'm just looking at this right now, and if he had to send even 1 or 2 of those Zerglings in there to just attack it a little bit, that would probably be a good thing.
Yeah, he's keeping his opponent pretty much occupied with this 1 Stalker down here. That's taken a fair bit of damage, though, from the Queen and the few Zerglings there. There's 2 sentries now blocking that ramp off. They're moving out of the way, which is really, really a bad idea, because here come the Zerglings. Now, they should be able to force field those guys out and keep them back, but where's the Zealot? Come on, 100 mil to get a solid gate. That's not really much of an investment, is it?
Alcardo was just saying cocky in chat about that Stalker down there, but at the same time he's been pretty cocky up at his base as well. But now, look at all those sentries, 5 sentries and a Stalker out there. He's definitely going to be able to repel the couple of Zerglings that are out on the map.
Absolutely, he's got an expansion going down as well, and what I really, really want to see happen now is for that Stalker to keep moving about the map, get that little bit of extra map control, focus on trying to hunt down an Overlord or 2 and just blind the Zerg player for a little bit. You can get quite a lot of negative intel by doing that. You can stop them seeing an awful lot of stuff.
This is actually sort of what I expected seeM to do. He is going for some early pressure. He's got a couple of roaches moving across the map. His speed just finishes, and 16 Zerglings coming out. He's just got just enough roaches to deal with, or at least to deal enough damage to these sentries and stalkers here, and then over enough Zerglings to surround them. So let's see if seeM can do some damage here. I like the fact that he's going for this early aggression instead of trying to drone up as hard as he possibly can.
Yeah, it's going to have to be relatively quick.
Wow, there is a lot of Zerglings coming now.
There are an awful lot of Zerglings going. You see, there's a huge amount of streaming up, and another 18 in production. Sentries are not being focused. Oh, now they are. One of them almost killed, and there we go. 1 down, 2 down. Are we going for a third? No, we're focusing on the stalks at the moment, but a lovely run by some of those Zerglings.
seeM doing a lot of damage, but that photon cannon there is definitely helping PandaTank out a lot. And another nice set of force fields there, perfectly placed. This cannon might well go down though, taking a lot of damage from these 2 roaches. Only 1 roach left. One more shot on that cannon, it'll go down, and it does.
It does kill the cannon. That's going to help seeM out so much. Cannon's just 2 shots, so a load of pros moving down. They're actually coming in to join the fight here, runs being main added down to the expansion, and just forming a little bit of a blocking force against these Zerglings. But that's working out quite in the favour of seeM at the moment, in fact. Looking at the harvest attack, 21 to 28. Our pros players ahead by 7 at the moment.
Yeah, seeM did sort of commit to this attack, and now he's got his Zerglings in the middle line doing some nice damage there. 1 kill, 2 kills, 3 kills, doing some really good damage in fact, but he's just letting these Zerglings get picked off now. He doesn't want to lose too much here.
I think he ever so slightly overcommitted to that. He's lost quite a lot of stuff. He's now pulling back with a load of these lings, but looking at his economy, 26 to 25 harvesters.
29 now. Oh wow.
Yeah. His opponent's got a great armor composition as well. He's still got like stalkers and sentries, still doing a little bit of damage with these lings, but it's immediately and very easily being pushed back by what PandaTank's got.
Oh, I'm just looking at the fact that PandaTank's main is actually open right now. A run up in there would actually be pretty crazy from seeM, and I think he might actually try that next. He just wants to keep this pressure on.
I think that would be a really bad idea. I mean, there's enough sentries there to throw down a force field. There's a cannon there as well that just will rip through the lings.
He's gonna want to keep do it when PandaTank's army is actually a little bit further away from the ramp. But yes, it's good that PandaTank is seeM is actually trying to keep PandaTank busy the whole time while he himself drones up, because he is in fact in the lead now. 43 drones to 34 probes, so he sort of transitioned out of that slightly all-in-ish attack pretty well. I'm impressed.
Yeah, he's only just
started spreading
between the 2 bases now. Now it's a little bit late to be doing that, I think. That should have happened about 5 minutes ago. But he's now taking the rocks down to try and get his 3rd down in that basin expansion, double gassing it up at his natural as well. So we'll be having plenty of gas to get things like Spire Tech, maybe even Infestors, and some of those roach upgrades as well. Yeah,
I was very impressed by how smoothly he transitioned out of that attack. But having a look in PandaTank's base, I'm liking this solid wall-off that he's got here. There's not a single Zergling is going to make it into that base now. And he's got his entire army just standing in his mineral line, blocking off whatever would even think of going in there. But it looks like seeM is being as greedy as a Zerg should be, and deciding rather, you know, never mind, I don't want that natural 3rd, I'll go for the gold instead.
Yeah, I kind of like this choice as well. I wish if he was going to do that, he hadn't destroyed so much of the rocks. He took them down to about half life earlier on. I'd like to leave them there with an overlord just looking at them, just making sure there's no immediate progress run by. Now, talking of run bys, to stop a Zerg run by, there are 2 pylons that have just been thrown down behind this shrubbery at the top corner there, just protecting that tunnel.
Yeah, looking at how the game is looking at the moment, it looks like PandaTank is not going to be losing that natural anytime soon. His expansion is up and it's there to stay. So seeM just needs to work with that. Yeah, he needs to work with that. He needs to get that gold up, get it saturated as fast as he possibly can, and then he needs to get something that's you know, of sufficient tech out to be able to deal with what PandaTank's going to have, because he knows that PandaTank is pretty soon going to be getting that robo facility down, and I'm sure pretty soon going to be thinking about getting Colossus out again.
Yeah, absolutely. seeM is ahead in food by about 18 at the moment. Just throwing down his own infestation pit. He's getting the roach speed, that's a Gila reconstitution, as well as that burrow upgrade as well. You know, that's a very, very key upgrade for your roaches, especially against a sentry force, if you match it up with that tunneling claws upgrade.
Yes, indeed. But this force of PandaTank is actually looking quite daunting. seeM did just head around the back, and he did spot those 2 pylons. He knows he's not going to go in there. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually starts working on these destructible rocks, just to clear another way into his opponent's base. But it looks like PandaTank's the one to be moving out now.
Yeah, and seeM did spot that, and he's just lost a Zergling out of Zerg Watchtower. But here comes a Zergling counterattack running up into the natural, trying to do some economic damage. This is pulling back the forces of PandaTank. He's going to have to go back to try and engage here. That one cannon's going to take too long to take these guys out. Instead, they're warped in units. There's 3 proxy pylons that are being warped in down here towards the bottom of the map. That is being seen, and here comes PandaTank on the offensive. A load of Stalkers versus these roaches.
No.
PandaTank completely better force here.
Yeah, PandaTank definitely got a better position too. Most of these roaches aren't even attacking now. He's actually cleaning, pretty much wiping the floor with seeM's roaches at the moment. And he might well lose this expansion if seeM doesn't back it up very, very soon.
Absolutely. There's no reason why Panda should not go for killing that expansion. I mean, all he's got to do is kill these roaches, take the expansion out and go home. And he's very much further ahead than he was a few seconds ago. Roach Burrow has gone down, trying to save the lives of some of these roaches.
Oh, no.
And now PandaTank is actually retreating back. That's somewhat of a surprise to me.
No, but he's not going all the way back. He's still hanging around at that Zalnaga tower. I'd like to see him attack again. This is his chance right now. A lot more Stalkers coming in. Here he goes. He's going for the attack. He doesn't have an observer there. He can't see those burrowed roaches, but he did in fact know they were there.
Lovely force fields there. They've just blocked all those roaches off on that one side. That gold base is about to fall, and now PandaTank can retreat, knowing he's put himself pretty far ahead against his opponent. Now we do have the Pathogen Glands, that Infestor upgrade going down. The Infestors aren't being made yet, which is fantastic. You don't want to have them pop out before the upgrade is finished, unless it's absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
We do have a robotics facility going down as well for our Protoss player.
With this incredibly Stalker-heavy army that PandaTank has, those fungals are going to be absolutely vital in this game. I gotta say, it's going to be great. It's going to work out really well for him.
Ground weapons level 3 has just been started for PandaTank. If we look at the roaches of seeM at the moment, they are currently sat at 0-0. Those upgrades are extremely telling in that fight we just saw. There's so many roaches that would still be alive if seeM had kept up with the upgrades.
Yeah, that's one thing he's definitely lacking in this game. Does he even have an Evo chamber? No.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, wow.
No,
that's actually terrible.
Everything but...
And when a Protoss is this far ahead, I mean, the army sizes, wow. Just looking at that force of PandaTank, that is a lot of Stalkers, and they've got +2 attack upgrade. They're going to rip these 0-0 roaches to shreds.
Yeah, big time. Infestors will do a lot of damage. I mean, fungal growth still does huge, terrible damage. And you see there's a load of fungals that's gone up on those stalkers. It does also stop the blink as well, which against blink stalkers is really key. And wow, the fungal went down on the observer as well. Does it kill it? No, the observer does still stay alive. Unfortunate. If that observer had died, seeM would have been in a far better position with these burrowed roaches, but he's once again about to lose that gold expansion.
Yeah, that is such good timing from PandaTank and such bad timing from seeM. He really doesn't have anything to counter this with. He's constantly getting beaten back to his natural, and he's left with only a couple of roaches and these infestors now.
Yeah, he's losing his entire creep highway as well. It would kind of behoove PandaTank to just pull back, maybe take a fourth right now as well, and then gear up for a victory, knowing he's got an absolute 100% chance of winning. Drones are being pulled to attack the Stalkers, but there's the GG anyway.
Yep, so there's the GG. Panda takes a 2-1 lead in these finals. This is in fact a best of 5.